Hi, my name is Jacqueline.
My name's Lorena.
And today we'll be talking about preparing payroll records.
Chapter 12 in the accounting book.
So first we'll start off with
vocabulary. Medicare tax is a federal tax paid for hospital insurance.
Total earnings, the total pay due for a pay period before deductions.
Payroll register, a business form used to record payroll information.
Payroll taxes, taxes based on the payroll of a business.
Social Security tax, a federal tax paid for old age survivors and disability insurance.
Pay period, the period covered by a salary payment.
Tax base, the maximum amount of earning on which a tax is calculated.
Salary, the money paid for employee services.
Withholding allowance, a deduction from total earnings for each person legally supported by a taxpayer, including the employee.
The total amount, payroll, the total amount earned by all employees for a pay period.
Employee earnings records, a business form used to record details affecting payments made to an employee.
Net pay, the total earnings paid to an employee after payroll taxes and other deductions.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the W-4, which looks like, if I could hold this, looks like this. And basically, a W-4 is used to determine the amount of income tax withheld. Employees are required to have it, obviously. If they're single, the more money they'll deduct out of the paycheck. And if they're married, less money will be deducted. The amount of money they take from taxes depends if you're married or not, obviously. I just said that. Most employees must have federal income taxes withheld from their salaries except for part-time workers and those who have low income.
So then we move to single persons and married persons. They have a chart for the federal income,
which looks like this. They have a single one and a married for married people. And it's the same thing, just like different numbers depending on how much you win.
The allowances and how much, obviously, total earnings you get.
Yeah. Okay, now moving on to the how the Social Security and the Medicare tax, how they work when they take away money. So right here, for the Social Security, we have the total earnings they make. This is supposed to be a period, not a comma. Excuse that. And then you have to multiply your earnings times the
6.2.
times 6.2, which is the tax rate. And then that equals to this is going to be the total they're going to deduct from your paycheck, which is $70.49. And then on the bottom, it's the same thing, just a different percentage and a different deductible. You do the same thing. You multiply this by the percentage which is 1.45, and that'll total out to be $16.49 that they'll deduct from those.
Keep in mind that the Social Security tax is going to always be the same, which is 6.2%, and the Medicare tax rate is going to be 1.45%.
It's going to be the same.
So let's move on to payroll register. Payroll register summarizes the payroll for one pay period. It shows total earnings, payroll withholdings, and net pay. So it's going to look something like this right here. See that? Yeah. Okay, so the way it works, right here, you'll put your name, like the name of the employee, and right here on this little tiny column right here, you put if you're married or single. Yes, it counts being married or single.
It sure does.
And right here, you put your earnings. This is if you get regular time, like, regular hours, and this is overtime. If you don't have overtime, it's okay, of course. So, and right here's the total. Now, in order to find the federal income tax, which is right here, you have to multiply. You have to first go back to the chart. So this person right here is married. So we'll go to the married chart. Also, look at how much in total they earned. They earned 968. Now, go back to the married chart. Now, you look down to where it says 968, which is like right about here. If you guys can see, I'm sorry. And you go back and see how many allowances they've got. If this person got 2 allowance. So you go back here and you go back to 900. Well, you have to guesstimate between at least, you have to guesstimate where your number is at. So we're from 960 and 980, and you go to the number 2, and that is 38. So you go back to the chart, and here it goes, federal income tax. That's $38 he deduct from you. And then over here, we've already talked about Social Security tax. So you multiply 968 times 6.2, I believe. And that's how you get your Social Security tax. And the Medicare tax, you multiply by 1.45, and you get your Medicare tax. Now, if you're gonna have health insurance, of course, put how much you're gonna deduct. Other than that, don't put anything. And you just add up your total, and that is your net pay right there. So that's how you do payroll register.
It's pretty long, but
it's pretty
easy.
simple. It's really easy. Simple and easy. If you guys work, you'll understand.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, so
now moving on to the payroll cycle.
This is the cycle right here. So number 1, obviously you're gonna have to have a job, but anyways, number 1 is preparing payroll. So it's right here, and then you go down to processing payroll,
which goes down to processing the tax,
and then to end of period processing,
which leads to
delivering your payroll. And other words, delivering your paycheck, actually.
Yes.
So it's all a cycle, We'll get along. And that is our time.
That concludes
payroll.
What we have for
and
chapter 12.
I hope this helped you guys. And if it doesn't, ask, of course, the best teacher, which is Mr. Warner.
He's a great teacher.
He really is. Anyways, so that's about it. And bye, you guys.
Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.